Donald Trump has made John Legend so upset and mad until John Legend had to call the President of the United States a piece of shit. The link for this article will be in the description. Let's talk about it. So, according to People magazine, John Legend rips Donald Trump as racist piece of shit after President's Baltimore rant. Now, John Legend held nothing back in a scathing assessment of President Donald Trump this week, calling the Republican a flaming racist and an evil fucking canker sore on the United States in the wake of Trump's inflammatory Twitter attacks on Baltimore. Legend, who is 40 years old, unleashed his criticism on Trump upon TMZ's camera crew on Tuesday night, doubling down on his past calls for impeachment as he exited a nightclub in Los Angeles. And I quote, this is what John Legend said: "Our president is a flaming racist. He's a piece of shit. He says piece of shit all the time. That's what he does," Legend told TMZ. "We need to get him out of the office." When asked about what can be done in Baltimore, the All of Me singer acknowledged the city's issues, but suggested making positive change instead of lashing out on Twitter like the president had done when he labeled Baltimore a rat and rodent infested place in which no human being would want to live. There's a lot that can be done over a century of history that created the problems that they have, and we need to focus on making all of our communities better instead of talking shit about the communities just because you're a racist prick, Legend told TMZ. The singer bluntly continued, "Donald Trump is an evil fucking canker sore on America's whole landscape, so we need to get him out of office." The 10-time Grammy winner has long been a vocal critic of Trump, 73 years old, and he has repeatedly voiced his desire to see Trump impeached for obstruction of justice and perjury, among other charges. "The president is a fucking embarrassment," Legend tweeted in November. Earlier that year, he also wrote, "The defining trait of Trump's campaign and political profile was in his embrace of white supremacy. He made it clear every time he spoke. Some serious cognitive dissonance to ignore that for the other X% you might find appealing. I guess I agree with 1% of anyone's thoughts, though." He also slammed Trump as one of the worst people I've ever encountered in public life on 2017 red carpet to USA Today. Legend's most recent comments come days after Trump went on a Twitter rant directed at Representative Elijah Cummings in his congressional district after Cummings criticized the way border officials were treating migrants coming from Mexico. Cummings district is a disgusting rat and rodent infested mess. If he spent more time in Baltimore, maybe he could help clean up this very dangerous and filthy place, Trump wrote. In a later tweet, the president decried the crime rate in Baltimore as the fault of Cummings, a longtime congressman who does not run the city. Trump's comments were soon echoed by some other conservatives and denounced by Baltimore officials and leading Democrats. Maryland Governor Larry Hogan, a Republican, said Trump's attack was outrageous. Cummings responded to Trump on Twitter, writing, "Mr. President, I go home to my district daily. Each morning I wake up, I go and I fight for my neighborhoods. It is my constitutional duty to conduct oversight of the executive branch, but it is my moral duty to fight for my constituents." So there's a tweet right there by Elijah E. Cummings. Many critics pointed to the coded language Trump used against black congressmen, prompting the president to defend himself. There is nothing racist in stating plainly what most people already know, that Elijah Cummings has done a terrible job for the people of his district and of Baltimore itself, Trump wrote. Dems always play the race card when they are unable to win with facts. Shame. He later accused Cummings of being a racist and wrote on Twitter that Cummings should focus more of his energy on helping the good people of his district and Baltimore itself. On Tuesday, Trump doubled down in defense, telling reporters at the White House, "I'm the least racist person there is anywhere in the world." The president's tirade about Baltimore came shortly after he told 4 Democratic congresswomen of color to go back to their countries of origin, despite the fact that 3 of the 4 were born in America and the 4th is a citizen. People, let me tell you something. We need to get a president, first of all, that is not in their 70s and apparently losing their mind, because Donald Trump is so loco. He is loco. He's crazy. Some of the shit that he says just doesn't make sense. I don't think Donald Trump knows what the fuck he talks about sometimes. You know, as far as the race card, we seen you play that up and down like a fucking yo-yo. 1 minute you love people of color, you like Mexicans. Next minute you hate Mexicans, you hate people of color. You don't know what the fuck you are. You're more confused than anything. And as far as Baltimore goes, there are a lot of places in the world, well, in the United States, first of all, that is fucked up with poverty and been that way forever. And all you can do is try to help. You don't help by degrading the places more worse than what they already are. We know that. Poor people know that. But we also know that rich people don't give a fuck about poor people. This has been this way since day one. We have yet to truly see anybody with a lot of power actually just clean that shit up. You know, just fuck it. I'm cleaning it up. I'm going there. I'm not going to have any excuses. This will be a place that generate jobs. We're going to get all the crime out. This will be my first target. No one gives a fuck about that shit. They let it stay the way it is and complain about it and then say it's your fault. But hey, what do you guys think about John Legend calling Donald Trump a piece of shit? Like this video, leave your comment, share this on Twitter, and subscribe later.